Hi everyone, I'm Claire McConnell, Chief Business Officer at Proterra, and I spent the last decade watching an industry transform from the inside out. We've gone from asking, can commercial vehicles be electrified, to how quickly can we make it happen? And the answer to that second question depends entirely on solving the fundamental challenge that brings us all here today: energy density and durability in battery design. I've been in the battery industry for nearly 15 years, beginning at Tesla in 2011, and then here at Proterra since 2017. I've seen this industry grow at an extraordinary pace, and what keeps me inspired is the tangible environmental impact we're making. Every advancement in batteries and electrification helps reduce carbon emissions, cut air pollution, and move us closer to a cleaner, more sustainable future. That's the reason I've dedicated my career to this space and why I'm so excited about where we go from here. To give you a sense of what we're doing at Proterra, I'd like to start with a short video.
At Proterra, we manufacture batteries for commercial transportation and equipment manufacturers that are making the shift to zero-emissions products. The transportation sector is the largest source of greenhouse gas emissions in the U.S. While medium and heavy-duty vehicles only account for 5% of all vehicles on the road today, they contribute nearly 30% of all transportation emissions annually. Proterra's long-lasting battery solutions help reduce emissions and drive fleet electrification, prioritizing safety, durability, and environmental responsibility. Through extensive testing and proven technology, we deliver industry-leading solutions. And we're building them right here in the U.S. with innovative design expertise in California and state-of-the-art manufacturing located in South Carolina. Our values guide everything we do. We believe that building a sustainable future starts with bold ideas and determination to bring them to life through innovation. Leading transformation means continuously improving our products, services, and processes while keeping our customers' needs at the forefront. And we know that real progress happens through collaboration. By uniting our strengths, our skills, and our experience, we all achieve more together. Together with our partners, we are powering the shift to a sustainable future, innovating, leading, and building a cleaner world for generations to come.
The entire oil and gas supply chain is drastically impacting the health of Americans. Research from Science Advances linked 91,000 premature deaths and lifelong health issues to asthma and cancer. This comes at no surprise when nearly 156 million people live in areas with unhealthy levels of air pollution. These aren't just statistics. These are our friends, families, and kids breathing air that can be detrimental to their lungs. What most people don't realize is that electrification is not a trend. It's a public health imperative. The stakes are truly a matter of life and death. And the leading culprit? Transportation. Let me paint you a picture. Every morning in America, 25 million children climb aboard diesel school buses. Those children are being exposed to pollution levels that are 4 to 12 times higher than what they'd experience in a car just ahead of that bus. 4 to 12 times higher. But here's what really struck me. It doesn't have to be that way. Not anymore. This is deeply personal for me. My young son suffers from reactive airway disease and was hospitalized twice last year. As a parent, you would do anything to protect your child. And it gave me a new level of empathy for all the parents out there worrying about their kids' health in areas with poor air quality from vehicle emissions. When we electrify commercial fleets, we aren't just cutting emissions. We're giving kids cleaner air on their ride to school, we're protecting workers and communities near ports, and we're reducing the healthcare burden in underserved communities. We're already seeing the tangible impacts of this, but more on that later. As a proven electrification partner and battery manufacturer, we believe cutting-edge technology can transform transportation's role in building a more sustainable future. But belief is not enough. Today, I want to take you on a journey from the challenges to the breakthroughs that are now powering commercial vehicles and industrial equipment across America. More importantly, I want to share where we're headed next and how we can partner together to accelerate this transformation. Commercial vehicles represent just 5% of vehicles on American roads, but they contribute to nearly 25% of our transportation emissions. Think about that ratio for a moment. This is a huge imbalance. A very small minority of vehicles, just 1 in 20, creating a disproportionately large amount of pollution, totaling 1/4 of all emissions. That's not just an environmental challenge, it's a massive opportunity. But here's what makes this opportunity so urgent. 72 million Americans live within truck freight routes or near ports and transit depots. Medium and heavy-duty trucks emit 417 million metric tons of carbon dioxide annually in the US alone. Let's start with Class 8 trucks, the backbone of American commerce. These are the vehicles that haul 80,000 pounds across our highways, the ones that keep our economy moving. For years, people told us electric would never work for heavy-duty trucking. The batteries were too heavy, the range too limited, the charging infrastructure non-existent. But here's what we've learned from real-world deployments. 74% of freight travels less than 250 miles. The economics are compelling too. A commercial truck can easily consume close to $55,000 of diesel fuel per year. The equivalent electric operation, closer to $30,000. When you're talking about fleet operators running hundreds of thousands of vehicles, that difference isn't just significant, it's transformational. But if Class 8 trucks are about business transformation, school buses are about something far more personal. Remember those 25 million children I mentioned? They're making up 40% of all asthma cases, despite being only 25% of the population. They're breathing air that we know is harming them day after day, year after year. So what can we do about it? The beautiful thing about school buses is that they're almost perfectly designed for electrification. Daily routes average around 60 miles, well within the range of current electric buses, with predictable schedules and centralized depot charging. In our cities, the challenge is even more acute. Although commercial vehicles, including buses, are responsible for only 5% of vehicles on the road, they generate a disproportionate amount of pollution, equating to 60% of fine particulate matter emissions. And who rides these buses? 66% are low income and in underserved communities, the very population most affected by air pollution. Cities like Los Angeles and Seattle are leading the charge. LA's G Line became the first fully electric bus rapid transit line, and they're committed to a 100% zero emission fleet by 2030. Seattle is planning 2,200 electric buses over 20 years with a $200 million infrastructure investment. The performance data is compelling. Each electric bus delivers a 97% reduction in fine particulate matter emissions and $100,000 in lifetime fuel and maintenance savings. At our ports, we see the power of concentrated electrification. Port equipment operates in confined areas with predictable duty cycles, ideal conditions for battery electric solutions. The Federal Clean Ports Program is investing $3 billion to accelerate this transformation. The Port of Los Angeles alone received $412 million for 425 pieces of battery electric cargo handling equipment. Finally, construction equipment presents a unique opportunity from operational excellence to environmental leadership and advanced battery technology. Electric equipment eliminates diesel exhaust for basement and enclosed space construction while significantly reducing noise pollution. The global electric construction equipment market is projected to grow from about $12 billion in 2024 to almost $60 billion by 2032, and cities are mandating change. Major US cities are committing to 50% construction emission reductions by 2030. Industry leaders like Komatsu are pioneering this transition, with electric excavators that eliminate emissions while delivering diesel equivalent performance using Proterra's battery packs. Maintenance costs can also be reduced by 35% with high energy density packs supporting full shift operations and zero direct emissions, immensely improving air quality. These are just a few ways we see this area improving. Now, I've given you the market opportunity, but let me be brutally honest about the technical challenges. Every commercial vehicle application comes down to three fundamental requirements that must be met simultaneously: energy density, durability, and total cost of ownership. Let's break them down. First, energy density. Every pound of battery weight reduces payload capacity, directly impacting profitability. We're not just competing on performance, we're competing on pounds. Second, durability. These vehicles operate in conditions that would destroy a passenger car battery. Scorching desert heat, freezing mountain passes, constant vibration, 24/7 operation cycles. Our batteries must not just be built to survive these conditions, but to thrive in them. It's easy for buses to operate in normal weather conditions, but when it comes to extremes, it's a far more complicated problem. Third, total cost of ownership. Performance parity is not good enough. We need to deliver operational advantages that justify the investment. That means longer life, lower maintenance, better efficiency, and ultimately, better economics. These challenges aren't theoretical. They're the daily reality that drives every engineering decision we make at Proterra. That brings me to our guiding principle at Proterra: powering our customers' zero-emission initiatives by providing innovative battery solutions for the most demanding applications. And at our core is safety. We do this not just because it's right, but because it's the foundation for everything else we build. You can't have durability without safety, you can't have performance without safety, and you cannot have partner trust without safety. Our key focus for safety is around thermal runaway prevention, comprehensive testing protocols, and real-time monitoring systems that track thousands of data points every second. We've developed a multi-layered approach that addresses thermal management at every level, from individual cell monitoring to pack-level thermal barriers. We are not just meeting, but exceeding standards for rigorous validation and comprehensive testing under conditions that go beyond what our batteries will ever experience in real-world applications. Because when you're powering vehicles that carry precious cargo, whether that's school children, medical supplies, or essential goods, there's no room for compromise. This is the foundation on which we developed our 5th generation battery pack, representing a huge leap forward in energy density and durability. Let me give you some context on this journey. Our 1st and 2nd generation batteries met a very specific use case for transit vehicles: a low energy, quick charge profile without compromising safety. Our 3rd gen battery pack was the first step to increasing the energy density of the battery pack by over 40% without compromising cycle life or safety. Our 4th generation battery pack increased our energy density even more, improved cycle life, and unlocked a new level of scalability to meet other commercial vehicle applications. Now, with our 5th generation batteries, we focus on scaling manufacturing, cost, energy, cycle life, and unique customer applications. Our pack architecture innovations include modular design that allow for easier maintenance and replacement. When a component needs service, partners don't need to replace the entire pack. We can swap out individual modules. This reduces downtime, lowers maintenance costs, and extends overall system life. We've also developed structural integration approaches that reduce weight while improving safety. The battery pack is not just a component in the vehicle. It's an integral part of the vehicle structure, contributing to overall rigidity and crashworthiness. Our thermal management system maintain optimal operating temperature across all conditions. We use advanced cooling technologies, predictive thermal modeling, and real-time temperature monitoring to ensure consistent performance, whether the vehicle is operating in Death Valley or northern Alaska. Instead of just telling you the difference our technology makes, let me show you. We're not just a theory, we're actively making an impact. From the rumble of a delivery truck to the route of a school bus, our technology is a proven success. Our battery packs have powered commercial vehicles through millions of miles of operation. Let's go to Tok, Alaska. There, the average temperature often drops below minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit. While this extreme cold is terrifying to most, including to me, it's nothing our battery packs cannot handle. And the results speak for themselves. We've achieved consistent operations at these low temperatures. Our preconditioning system allows for immediate deployment, ensuring zero downtime. There were no service interruptions during the vehicle's critical first winter, and this all led to a dramatic reduction in maintenance compared to diesel competitors that simply can't handle the cold. And the best part, our battery pack powered Alaska's first electric school bus. In Tok, Alaska, winters are brutal. They need transportation they can count on. That's why our battery pack is so crucial. That brings me to our next story, the Cherokee Nation in my home state of North Carolina. We partnered with Cherokee Central Schools, a tribally operated school system with about 1,300 students. Thanks to the Environmental Protection Agency's Clean School Bus program, we powered the very first electric school bus deployed by a tribal school system in the entire country. This is a huge deal. The Cherokee people are deeply connected to their land and to their spiritual well-being. By replacing a diesel bus, we're not just curbing emissions. We're honoring a historical commitment to the environment and to protecting their land for future generations. Our technology enables their community to move forward in the world of today while staying true to their culture and history, connecting the past with the future. This is what our technology is all about. We believe cleaner air should be the baseline. We're focused on empowering the next generation, honoring a culture, and building a more sustainable future, one community at a time. This partnership is just the beginning.
Growing up here has been, I would say, almost an honor to be able to be here. People often know their ancestral background, so people will say, yes, I'm French, I'm German, or here's, who I am. But as a Cherokee living in our ancestral homeland, it's just really an honor to be able to be in this place.
Folks here are very much connected to our land, but our land is also part of our spiritual well-being. And saying we need to take care of our water, our mountains, our resources. When looking at the electric school bus opportunity, that was a no-brainer. With it, looking to replace diesel-powered school buses, we're really looking at curbing our emissions and the environment so that when our students are being picked up by our tribal school bus services, they're not going to be impacted.
One of the things that we've always been taught in growing up in this community and has been pushed down from our leaders, from our parents, from elders, is just when we do things, not looking at the right now and how that will affect us in this present moment, but how we can have an impact and how we will have an impact on future generations.
As we introduce new things into our culture, we're also working on trying to uphold historical values as we see them, but also making sure that we're able to move in the world of today, that we have all the necessary resources to be successful as Indigenous people in the 21st century.
So when you look at the national average for the youth asthma rate, we are about 40% higher here on the Fall boundary, and this is something that we are looking into.
My son is asthmatic, And so thinking about the air quality that will surround him when he's on the bus or just around the bus is something that we think would be greatly beneficial.
So one way we are trying to improve respiratory health here on the Father Boundary is trying to electrify our school bus fleet. And with this first electric school bus, this is the first step, but we have plans. We're going to get 5 more electric school buses this year, and we have plans to electrify our whole fleet of 20 buses.
The importance of why we've chosen to be environmentally conscious by choosing to go an electric school bus route, and there will be many other environmental preservation projects that I believe will come in the future. But they all lead to one thing, and that's protecting this place. And I think that's what's important.
All right, completely switching gears, pun intended. Our technology is powering the workhorses of global commerce, port and industrial equipment. We partnered with Taylor Machine Works, a leading manufacturer of heavy-duty material handling equipment, to electrify their equipment. Think container handlers, forklifts, and reach stackers, operating in some of the most demanding environments. We equipped their ZLC and ZE series electric container handlers and ZH series of electric forklifts with our batteries. The data speaks for itself. Our batteries delivered the same operational capabilities as their diesel equipment with no compromises. This meant they could get a full 2 shifts of runtime from each machine with no need for opportunity charging to get through the day. Beyond performance, our batteries proved their reliability, demonstrating exceptional durability in a harsh salt air environment and completing over 200,000 lifts. This isn't just about saving a company money or reducing a few tons of emissions. We are actively revolutionizing the logistics and supply chain industry, building a sustainable future for the entire global economy. But let me be clear, at Proterra, we're just getting started. We're not waiting for change. From day one, we've delivered reliable, high-performance battery solutions, meeting today's toughest demands while shaping the future of zero-emission vehicles. We collaborate with each customer to deliver tailored, fully integrated systems backed by expert insight and long-term support. From the pack design to the integrated software, every battery we build reflects our uncompromising commitment to quality, safety, and innovation. Every day, we're building towards a mission to power a safe, more sustainable future. It's a future where our customers thrive, our loved ones breathe cleaner air, and the planet we all share is protected. We're not just a company with a great product, though. We're a company that is relentlessly innovating and anticipating what's next. We focus our R&D across the entire value chain, from the smallest components through full system architecture. Every single innovation must first pass our rigorous safety standards and prove its value in real-world conditions. How are we doing it? First, we're researching new cell chemistries and formats, exploring higher energy density to produce a lighter battery that can go farther on a single charge. We're also seeing how we can improve thermal stability for even greater safety and extended cycle life, specifically optimized for the rigorous demands of commercial vehicles. Our next area of focus, innovative packaging. Our goal is to reduce weight, improve thermal performance, and enhance safety by integrating the battery structure directly with the vehicle's chassis. This makes the vehicle lighter and safer all at once. And finally, we're constantly improving our manufacturing processes to increase product quality, reduce production costs, and efficiently scale our innovation from lab to mass production. All of this innovation comes back to one simple goal: to ensure that we're always ahead of the curve, delivering the most advanced, reliable, and safest battery technology on the market. The challenge is simple yet immense. How do we pack more energy into a smaller, lighter package? The answer is our key to success. For battery electric vehicles to be the future, they can't just be an alternative. They have to be better than the incumbent technologies in every way that matters. By putting more energy into smaller, lighter packages, we're doing more than just competing with diesel vehicles. We're actively outperforming them and minimizing weight across commercial fleets. At our core, we are an American company focused on bringing American products to market. Our impact spans the country, from our factory in South Carolina to our innovation center in California. But building the best technology is only half the battle. To truly scale this innovation, we must have a resilient supply chain as well. This means integrating geopolitical risk into our sourcing strategy so we're not vulnerable to global disruption, leveraging friendshore opportunities and localizing our supply relations, ensuring a robust and reliable flow of materials, and most importantly, aligning with critical policies and incentives, which not only benefit our business, but also help build a stronger manufacturing ecosystem domestically. Our commitment to innovation is comprehensive. It's not just about what we build, it's about how we build it. It's about creating a technology and business model that are as resilient and robust as our batteries. All of this innovation comes with a simple truth. It only matters if we can manufacture it at scale. It's one thing to develop breakthrough technology in a development space. It's another to manufacture it at the scale and cost that the commercial vehicle market demands. That's why our growth has been so strategic. The transit market paved the way, and we're seeing school buses and medium-duty trucks follow. We're also laying the groundwork now to build the demand that will lead to a massive Class 8 market in the future. The off-highway and specialty vehicle markets will also see major growth, fueled by the rapidly rising global demand for highly specialized equipment and fleet modernization. Suffice to say, the commercial EV revolution is here. But this revolution can only succeed when we all work together with those who share our vision of safe, reliable, and efficient electric commercial vehicles. People who understand that the transition to electrification is not just about replacing one technology with another. It's about reimagining how commercial transportation can serve our communities and our planet. As we've seen today, that vision starts with the right foundation, a battery that balances the competing needs of energy density with the longevity and durability unique to this industry. It begins with a systematic approach to design and a roadmap for sustainability. At Proterra, we're not just building batteries, we're building a cleaner, more sustainable future. A future where those school buses run silently through our neighborhoods, carrying our children in vehicles that do not harm their health. A future where trucks can deliver our goods and buses can connect our communities without emissions. The opportunity is unprecedented. The technology is proven. The question is not whether commercial vehicle electrification will happen, it's how quickly we can make it happen together. Thank you all.